Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys my attempt at doing the flip over method. Now, typically when I do sew-ins, I don't really do the flip over method. I only really do like a versatile sew-in, which is a little different, but I kind of wanted to try this because you don't have to leave out as much hair. So I'm going to walk you guys through everything I did right, everything I did wrong, and yeah, let's jump right into the video.
If you got it, it ain't a question. Oh, it ain't no one for guessing. No more than emotionally invested. Showing you all my imperfections. Oh, if I let you, take me for granted. Yeah.
So the first thing, the most important thing that I want to talk about is the braid pattern. The braid pattern is the anchor for this entire style. If you mess up the braid pattern, I feel like it's just not going to come out right. So the way that I have my braids going is I just have them going straight to the back, and I have two anchor braids going around the perimeter of my head. The anchor braid is going to be the best thing that you can do because it's going to allow you to flip your hair up into a high bun or flip it to the left or the right or however you want to wear it. The bundles that I'm wearing today is the natural wave texture from Curlsqueen. Shout out to them for sponsoring another video, okay? I will link all the videos that I have down below where I have worked with Curlsqueen. I love them. They literally, their hair is amazing. I'm using two bundles of their 20 inches. So yeah, now that we have that out the way, the first thing that I like to do when I am sewing my hair on is I like to measure everything, okay? We like to measure twice, cut once, make sure we have enough hair. And honestly, I really thought that I was not gonna have enough hair because they only sent me two bundles, and I'm like, two bundles? In my head, I'm thinking two bundles is not gonna be enough hair. Like, I typically use about 3.5 bundles on my hair. Two bundles ain't gonna be enough. But surprisingly, two bundles was more than enough. I really only needed like 1.5 bundles. So the way that I like to sew my first braid, the first braid is the most important because if it's not sewn down right, you're gonna see the braid when you decide to pull your hair up, and that's a no-no. So the way that I like to sew this braid is under the braid and not through the weft, okay? So the reason you don't wanna sew through the weft is if you sew through the weft, the hair is not going to flip and lay properly. So you wanna make sure you're not sewing through the weft of the hair and just sewing through the actual hair portion of it, so that way you get that cute little nice flip. You don't have any bulkage or lumpiness or bumpiness or anything like that. So that's what you guys see me doing here. I'm just going in and I'm just pretty much just doing the same thing. I feel like this hairstyle is so freaking repetitive, but the end result is amazing. And honestly, y'all, I think I'm about to go back to wearing sew-ins. Like, I think I'm gonna do one more round of tape-ins maybe, and then I'm going to sew-ins because after doing my hair like this, I was like, oh, I forgot how much I love sew-ins. Like, I don't know. It's just something different about a sew-in that just hit for me. So yeah, I'm just gonna go in and sew that perimeter braid all the way around, and then we're gonna get into sewing these bundles. So right here, you can see what I was talking about. When you pull all the hair up, you can see how the bundle or the track just kind of like flips up with the hair. That's how you want it to be. It's not lumpy, it's not bumpy, it's not like stuck in place or anything like that. It just kind of like flips up, and that's perfect because it's easy and it gives you a lot of versatility. So once we have that done, now we're just gonna go and just sew the tracks going back and forth all the way till we get to the top. Girl, this is really self-explanatory. It is so simple, it is so easy. And you guys always ask me like, how do you do your own hair? Like, I just don't understand it. This mirror right here, I will link it down below for you guys, but this mirror is a game changer. It's the self-cut system barber mirror, I believe, and I use this mirror. If you watch any of my hair videos, you know I use this mirror for every single hair video because it works. You can see every angle of your head in this three-way mirror. So I highly, highly, highly recommend getting this mirror. So yeah, I'm just gonna sew the bundles back and forth all the way till we get to the top, and then I'm gonna show you guys why this is called the flip over method. Y'all, this is my hair with just one bundle. I haven't even sewn the second bundle on yet, and it looks so full. I just knew that two bundles wasn't going to be enough. Like, I thought it was going to be super skimpy and just like not it at all. But okay, Curlsqueens, I'm impressed. So I just went ahead and unbraided the braids in the back and around the perimeter. I was so thirsty to see how this hair was looking, y'all, because I was like a little worried. The texture of the hair, I got the natural wave texture because I thought it was going to match my hair a little bit better, but it really doesn't match that well. But it still goes. She's still giving. It's still cute, okay? She's still cute or whatever. But yeah, it just matched well so perfectly, and I'm obsessed. Like, I'm freaking obsessed. I'm about to order some curly hair from them. Oh, cause baby, I'm gonna do the curly hair with the flip over method. Game changer. Okay, so now that we have all the bundles sewn down, we need to go ahead and get into the reason that this is called the flip over method, okay? Y'all, this was my first time doing this, and it was so tedious. It was so tedious. It was so much work. It was just extremely time consuming, but the outcome is absolutely gorgeous, and I love it. Okay, so let me tell you guys something that I know now for next time. So all the videos I watched, everybody had a weaving net and they all used a weaving net. But because I don't live in California or LA, or just I don't live in America at all, it's very hard for me to get products. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just figure it out as I go. And I didn't have a weaving net. So what I did was I only sewed it to this front braid right here, and then I sewed it to the back track. So I didn't want to put a lot of tension on it because obviously this is like my edges and it's very sensitive. So if you don't have a hair net, I highly recommend doing it this way. Do not go and try to like tack down all of that hair. Only tack down the perimeter, like the inside and the outside, because that's really all you need. It's going to be secure anyway, as long as you secure each stitch. But what I know now is I will definitely be purchasing a weaving cap because it will make your life so much easier and it will put way less tension on your hair. If you use a weaving cap, you will not have to put any tension on your hair at all. You will simply just sew through the cap itself and not sew through your hair. So that's something that I learned. And also you can go ahead, if you don't want to like sew this down, girl, you can just take your hair with some hair glue and just kind of like glue them down. And the last thing that I learned is my braid is way too thick to be in the front of my head like this. I had a hard time like tacking the braid down. I had a hard time tacking the bundle under the braid because it was so thick. So next time I know to make the braid super small, but big enough to where it still holds its weight and it's still supported. So yeah, that's pretty much all I did. I just went in and just sewed my little heart away. This is so repetitive, so I'm just gonna kind of let you guys watch me, and then I'm gonna come back and show you guys the final result. All right, you guys, here is the final result, and I am in love. Like, I freaking love it. This texture doesn't match my hair, and I'm obsessed. Like, I could only imagine if I would have got a texture that matched my hair 100%. Oh baby, I'm gonna for sure try this again with curly hair. With maybe I'll get some hair from Curlsqueen, some curly hair, because this method is so bomb. I see why everybody was like raving about this a couple of years ago, but I love it. Like my ponytail just looks so flat, like you can't even tell that I have like bundles in my head. Like, oh my God, I am obsessed. If you guys made it all the way to the end of the video and you have not subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and follow me on Instagram. And shout out to Curlsqueen for sponsoring this video. And don't forget, you can use my coupon code to save money off. Everything will be linked in the description box.
If you got it, it ain't a question. Oh, it ain't no room for guessing. No more than emotionally invested.